The original. No remakes, no freaking six-part, no god-awful reimaginings or anything like that. The original mother effing slasher, period. Celebrate 35 years of terror with the ultimate Blu-ray experience. Halloween, says Entertainment Weekly, was, and ever shall be the alpha and mega of boogeyman flicks, and to commemorate its 35 years as one of the greatest horror films of all time, Anchor Bay presents John Carpenter's 1978 masterpiece in all its Ultimate Fan Edition. 35th Anniversary Blu-ray features a newly restored HD transfer supervised by cinematographer Dean Cundy. All new Dolby True HD 7.1 audio. Reviewing new audio commentary reuniting director John Carpenter and star Jamie Lee Curtis. A brand new hour-long Curtis featurette. And much more. The immortal original is back and more terrifying than ever. This is the night Michael Myers comes home like you've never seen or heard it before. 1978, directed by Carpenter, and also 91 minutes. It's Halloween night. It's a tradition. It's like watching Independence Day on July 4th. What can be said about this movie? I mean, it's freaking phenomenal. Period. It's one of the greatest horror. It is probably one of the greatest horror movies ever made, period. It's the slasher genre, so you got the kills, but that's not what's going on. Instead, it's all about here's this boogeyman that's coming into town. He is extremely disturbing. You just look at it and you wonder what is going through him. Sometimes you just don't need that. Sometimes you just need the right lighting and the atmosphere and a $300,000 budget. So of course, Sam Loomis and a nurse are going towards a mental institution to go and transfer the man himself. And of course, it's raining cats and dogs outside. So somehow, Michael Myers institutes a riot, and some of the staff break out. Some of the patients break out, and they just go around. Lo and behold, somehow he can drive a car. Okay, that's probably taught by someone that was corrupted at one of the corrupted staff members anyway. And he goes and he's going to wreak some havoc on Haddonfield, Illinois. So I'm like, oh yes. So, of course, it's the terror that begins to stalk a small town. And Laurie Strode is around. She's got to babysit a kid, and also two of her friends are. You know, she's a normal everyday girl, drives with her friends, does she have a boyfriend? I don't know. You know, they smoke marijuana, her father was a cop, makes sense of that. But then when they start noticing, oh boy, things are about to get very interesting. When a man in a white mask manages to unearth a body, go and steal something from a shop, and just cause general havoc and trouble, but no one knows who he is except for a couple of people. And it's the boogeyman. But it's just not like, you know, a children's boogeyman. This is an actual old, like a legitimate freaking evil person who's, quote, has a lot of strength about him, can survive anything. So what happens is it's the descent in this small town. Just the evil going on there, and how ultimately Laurie Strode has to protect the two children. And she does a good job of this. I cannot deny that. And ultimately, at the climax, when they all arrive there, here comes Sam Loomis. He's got his firearm, goes bang, discharges some shots, and eventually goes inside. Michael Myers, he falls down and falls through a window, yet he still lives. A true menace and boogeyman that as of this point cannot die. Yes. Wow. Often horror movies get dismissed as just being nothing more than cheap entertainment, or there's barely any performances or cinematography. Well, this is where these people are wrong. True classics like this are what really makes it stand the test of time. And horror movies are an art form because, like, one, you have to learn how to angle the shots. Two, you have to add some mythos to everything, some canon, continuity, whatever. It's like, yeah, this movie is just truly there with the shadows. I mean, for crying out loud, just how it takes place in a small town in America. I mean, it's like, yeah, this place is supposed to be safe, but there's also a lot of corruption and stuff that can happen underneath. So, well, you have the duality of a nice, safe city, which which I cannot deny. There's a lot of stuff going on. Some events in the past and individuals who can really just be absolute remorseless people, and you just wonder, like, hey, what's really going on? See my review of The Trouble with Harry as an example. So, oh, but yeah, when he comes into town, we can feel his presence. You know, we get glimpses of him. It's like, yeah, there's a scene where he's the legendary scene where he's to the standing right beside a bush and then disappears. Again, just showing how fast he is. It's just like, dang. But yeah, just when it gets very dark at night, you're just looking at it, you're like, this is unsettling. It's unsettling because it just all the lights are out, all the safety is gone, man. Now we just got a man here who has a knife, and he's going to come back to town to finish a job or whatever. It's just absolutely, it is pretty dang it's petrifying. You know, it's like we get the streets, we get the inside of the houses. Yeah, it's crazy stuff right there. Characters there, yeah, they're like, do you kind of know, but at the same time, it's like, nah, I don't know. You were just waiting for them to get eliminated, and they get eliminated off screen in a particular manner. I mean, we even get to see where their bodies hanging upside down, which it's just perfect in the right way. It's like it's just one man and some characters, and it's just, ooh, oh, it just works so well. And you can obviously see the fight. You can see his imposing figure of just one who has revenge, does not speak. So that ultimately, in my opinion, makes the even more creepier than just a villain that would talk. I mean, I love Freddy just as much as everyone else, but here is just unnerving to see. So obviously you have that. Some of the other scenes I liked were yeah, when Laurie's walking down. I mean, the scene itself is so iconic, and it's like this is a little bit after Carrie, so you can see, I don't know, just the small town. It feels safe, but disjointed at the same time. When the children are watching the movies, of course, obviously they're watching The Thing from Another World. Then Carpenter would have his own version 3 or 4 years later, and also Forbidden Planet, which was just fits in with just the whole eerie atmosphere. It's like, hey, let's just have some nice tributes to here, even band, but at our own. So it's like at the same time acknowledging the past, but hey, we're creating a new legacy. So yeah, obviously it's like, I don't know, I think Jamie Lee Curtis is so great. It's like once she's the every girl, and then lo and behold, she's screaming her lungs out. She's also taking command, so giving presence and action to the stage, and it just works so well. This is what really did earn her like the name of the Scream Queen, like probably the most popular of all the Scream queens out there. And the name Laurie Strode. You see her how she's able to help the children, saying like "do as I say," and being funny at the same time. It's like it's a great performance, and she truly is the star of the show, along with Sam Loomis, which he is there. He's got the goatee. He doesn't have a past. He's just there to explain the terror and everything else. And I think during the conversation when he was there with the nurse, he actually drank like Donald Pleasance consumed 2 bottles of wine before the scene. So they thought that it would sound slurred, but he was amazingly. I couldn't tell any difference whatsoever. So I'm like, that's how much of an actor he is. I think he appeared in 250 movies and appeared on stage. So obviously there's credence and presence here. It's like it's the characters, it's the atmosphere, it's the unnerving part of Haddonfield, Illinois that just makes everything here work so dang perfect. You know, with this movie being 300 a budget of $300,000 at the time. It worked out really well, and there was this one guy, Mustafa, I forgot his last name, said, yeah, this movie is not going to be that great. And then lo and behold, it did, and ultimately he helped finance every single one until his death in 2005. So, yeah, I can say he truly did help create a legendary franchise. So, yeah. Some people nowadays, you know, it's like, hey, it's a small town America. It's not the greatest in the world, and maybe a little bored by the lack of slashes. But like I said, it's what happens off the screen that's probably even more frightening. So, I don't know. Make of that what you will. But yeah, ultimately, do I recommend that you watch this? It's mandatory.